Okay, so hi, my name is Jessie and I'm an artist director based in Montreal, and today's topic is going to be about 5 points that I think we should consider or question. I've been thinking a lot, and I'm trying to make sense of the world I'm living in, especially in the 21st century. Especially now, I feel like there's a lot going on, and it's very hard to grasp or to ground ourselves like this because there's so much going on. When you think of North Korea, when you think of Haiti, when you think of the Middle East, the COVID and all this stuff going on, especially the election that I believe was a little was not the best timing for, but anyway. Okay, so I think the first point that I want to make today is the thing that saves you today can destroy you tomorrow. What I mean by that is, I believe we tend to see like only one side of thing. It's as if one thing is, then it can be the other thing too. So if one thing is blue, then it can be red, you know, if that makes sense. Because of the new society we live in, where the perception is always given to you. When you see an image, like there's always a story that is suggested to us. When we think of the movies, the series that we watch, the shows that we watch, the concept of characters have really played in our perception, in a religious perception. We think of the evil as if like there is nothing good about him or about the evil. There is nothing, he's the evil, so he's the, you know, we don't want to hear his name, let's put him in a box and we don't speak about him at all. But when you really think about it, well, God created the evil, so it's like, so it's not like 100% evil, is also God's creation. If you have like 1% of God, 1% of God, then you have a lot. You have a lot. So I'm thinking of it this way. For example, a lot of people claim to hate the Kardashian, but well, if we take Kim for example, there's a lot we can learn from Kim, because she stayed on the public eye for years and years and years, and like now we know like all the Kardashian family, you know. So because something is red does not mean it can be also blue. Okay, so the second thing, okay, so the second thing that I think we should think of is the fact that we removed scriptures from the education system. Maybe university classes, you maybe get a better understanding of how the Bible, the Quran, the Torah was created. When I went to high school, especially in my history classes, the main topics were around Christophe Colomb, la découverte de l'Amérique, you know, and you know, these little stories where you don't have the full stories. And I'm not saying this to discredit the schools or the teachers, but we have to be honest. There's a lot to discuss that is not discussed in history classes, but that's another topic. But I think that the mistake here with the fact that scriptures is not part of the education or the comprehension of a society is problematic, because most of the conflicts that we see in the world, wars that are going on, and even the laws that are made are all inspired by scriptures. So it's really ironic that we don't, that's not the first thing that we learn before understanding the society we live in. And scriptures are writings that are found writings that were translated into different languages. And this is one of the reasons why we have like all these different scriptures, book scriptures, but to me they're all the same. Anyway, so yeah, scriptures is relating the world together. So to just ignore it and put it aside as if it never existed in our education, I think is completely ignorant. I think a good understanding of history makes you more aware of the world you live in and will prevent you from maybe making some mistakes in the future, or will help you to solve problems even, who knows. So the third point that I wanted to make is the okay, so the third point that I'm noticing is the extension of intuition and individuality at the cost of truth. On a daily basis, we're suggested what to think, our days are planned, what to eat. Constantly you're being told what to think, how to do things, why you should do things or why you shouldn't. It's like there's a lot of noise in our ears that is, you know, directing us, and I think that's interfering with our instinct, our ability to just, you know, to just have a moment of silence and just be able to listen to yourself, to your guts, to what your spirit is telling you, and spirit living within you, and to Christ, to the Holy Spirit living within you. And yeah, that's why in big cities we have to force a moment, to really block a moment in the day to be able to meditate or to pray or to, you know, just to be able to hear ourselves without listening to music, without having like, you know, so much noise around. And this is one of the reasons why I like to walk in the morning, very early in the morning, because I have the streets to myself. So yeah, I think it's interfering with our ability to think for ourselves. And I think we should trust our gut. Also, when I think of how we're all on the same platform, one person created Instagram, or a group of person created Instagram, and we're all on their platforms making our lives out of it. They're running like our language, they're running the way we think. Like, they're professionals, you know, they're professionals managing these apps, and we can't lie. There's a lot of opinions that we have that are, you know, from these media tools, and we don't even know how the informations are created in these programs. So I don't know. Even though when you think of the news, the people that are reporting news, who writes the story, and what are they willing to do to make the story more appealing to the audience, you know? So yeah, I think we have to be able to think for ourselves. It's safer. Or to listen to the spirit within us. It's safer. Yeah. And then we can come together after. After we'll come together. Seek within first. And for my believers, to seek Christ first, the Holy Spirit. So yeah. Okay, so now my fourth point is we are nature too. Okay, and I think we forget that humans are nature too. We're part of nature, and nature is a whole. Nature with a is that an N? Okay, with a capital N is God's creation. Now nature with a minuscule M is the human's construction. Whatever we do comes back. Tu vas semer ce que tu vas récolter ce que tu sèmes. As simple as that. So when I think of all the people that are killing others, that are mistreating others, that are killing our oceans, that are killing our trees, that are ripping off, that are just destroying nature with a capital N, they're just doing this to themselves, because whatever you do will come back to you. And doing things the wrong way by destroying our environment, we won't have any place to build. So my fifth point is the city is a lie. Okay. Living in the city, I think there's a kind of a lifestyle that people are, I don't know, expecting, or maybe that's the way cities are just designed, or for the ones making this a thing because of movies, maybe, I don't know. We're living in nature. It's like we're cohabitating with trees, you know, not the opposite. And the city gives this impression that we're above nature, and the fact that we have like all these services that are available to us. Like if you see a lost cat, you have a number to call. If you see maybe a tree that fall off, you have a number to call. If you're in danger, you have a number to call. If you're having a heart attack, you can call a number. If you need information about XYZ, we have services. In cities, that's the thing, we have services. I'm not pretty sure if that's necessarily a good or a bad thing. I'm pretty sure it comes with consequences. Like, we're not the most independent human beings in cities, maybe. But anyway, it's as if I feel like we have like a disconnect with nature. And you know, the fact that we have things so fast, it's like if you want something, you can go get it, and we consume. Waiting is not something we do. And also we function with time, and I think it's very stressful. If you have a garden, you know, like you have to wait until the plantation grows, and you know, we've made up like 1 o'clock, 9 p.m., the 9 to 5 jobs, and all these, you know, concept we've created with time. We don't make time. You know, during the summer at 5 in the morning, you already see the sun. You know, it's bright outside. But during winter, it's dark at 5 and the sun only comes up by winter. I think it will be like at close to 7 o'clock. So there's like a 2-hour difference. So that's why we have to change the time. It's not a notion that we really control, but we just grasp and we translate it into a 24 hours function, which is amazing because yeah, we kind of need that. But at the same time, we're impatient, time driven, we're so greedy for time, and I don't know. So yeah, these were the 5 things that I think we should maybe consider or think of, or maybe be careful with. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I had to say. So hey, my name is Jessie. I'm an artist director based in Montreal, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you got some values from these videos or some perspective. And yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do with my videos, to give you perspective and different, and just to question the way we think, question the way we perceive things and what things could be, because there's not only one way to see things. So